Yep, here it is. Changing the fluids out yesterday and the transmission plug stripped out, so let's see if I can fix it. I really don't want to have to load it and try to take it to the dealership to get fixed, so see if I can do it on my own here. The transmission plug here, I had a hard time getting it to start threading back up in there, and when I did, it didn't really feel right. When I unscrewed it, it pulled out a bunch of threads, so it either stripped or got cross-threaded. I'm not sure. It didn't feel like I was tightening it that much, but those threads are aluminum up in there on the bike, so maybe I did. Anyways, today I went by O'Reilly's, picked up this 1/2 by 20 piggyback plug. This is one, it's a single oversized, so it's a little bigger. Supposedly these are kind of for that problem, so I'm gonna try to put this in there. Then I'll have this little plug to unscrew to drain it next time to change it. If I can get that to go up in there good, I'll go ahead and use this red Loctite to seal it up. I went by Napa after I went to O'Reilly's, and they had these transmission plugs, which has like a rubber washer combined with the metal washer. So I got two different sizes of those. I'll probably use the smaller one. It fits on there pretty good. I think it'll seal better than this hard plastic one that comes with it. So I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. All right, before I get started, I'm gonna try to run this 1/2 by 20 tap up through those threads and see if I can get them cleaned off a little bit. I put some grease on it, so if it goes up through there, any little metal shavings will hopefully get stuck to that grease and come back out. Alright guys, when I put this tap in the tool here, it won't reach up in between the shocks. It's not long enough, so I got rid of that, and I found that a 9mm socket will hold this tap in there pretty tight. Fits pretty good, so then I can put that on a ratchet once I get it underneath and start threading it up through there. I unscrewed it, and the grease is catching some of the metal shavings, so I'm going to wipe it off, put some more grease, and run it back up in there a little ways more, and do that a few times. Try to get all those threads cleaned out of there. Had a really hard time getting the piggyback plug to start threading up into the hole. There's not much room between the shocks, and all of the 3/4 inch sockets that I have wouldn't fit to go up in between there to tighten it. Wouldn't fit in between the shocks, they're all too big around. So I dug around, found the smallest low profile socket I could find, or shallow, whatever you want to call it. And here's a 3/4 inch. So that one almost fit, it was just a little too long. I have a 19 here, a 19mm, which is the same size pretty much. So I cut it down with the Dremel. You can see I cut off about, I don't know, not even 1/4 of an inch, but close to it. And it fit. I had to stick it up in between the shocks and then slide it over. Alright, you can see I've had some oil in there and drained it out. I started it up and let it run for a little bit, but here's the single oversized plug right here. I've already had this plug up in there. I had it plugged up, had it filled with oil. I let it run for a little bit, drove it down the road and back, and now I'm going to go ahead and drain it out one more time. I've got this where it threads in good, so I'm going to go ahead and put red Loctite on that also. Then for this little plug, I tried using a regular washer like this, and it just kind of, it didn't really work too well. You can see it here. I put this one on. It looks a little loose, so I didn't want to use it alone, so then I put this rubber one on after, and this is what it did to it. So that didn't work too good. I went by the motorcycle shop today and picked up some of these brake washers that are pretty much like these but smaller. they have the rubber around the middle, so I think that one's too big. I've got these two here that'll fit, so I'm going to use one of these on that, and that should seal up good inside here, inside this plug. I'm just trying to get those threads cleaned up in there a little bit, get that oil off as much as I can before I put that Loctite on the bolt. One more time. You have to go up in front of the shocks and then back up in there because this bolt is so big around it won't fit in between the shocks. Got it going now. I'm not going to tighten it real tight because I don't want to strip it out again, so alright, it's pretty tight there. Oop. These are the magnets I had on the little plug. That's what I'll put on there. I found these at Walmart back in the hobby section. There's 4 in a pack, and they're pretty strong. When you stick them on that little plug, it's actually stronger, has more magnetism than the regular stock plug that comes with this. So hopefully that'll work out. I think it will. Alright, got the big plug in there with the Loctite on it, and now I got the little plug. Has the brake washer on it with the rubber to seal it up, and I put some Teflon on the threads also. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get it started. Just get it started by hand first, and then I'm not going to tighten it down real tight either. Just going to snug it up pretty good. Alright, that went right in there. So, alright, I got it tightened all the way up in there by hand so far. Not much room to work under here. I kind of get my other arm up under there and I can feel where it's at and what's going on. Oh, these damn magnets. Alright, that should be good on that. I didn't tighten it tight, I just got it to where it stopped and then gave it a little bit more just to snug it up. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not, but I'm going to try to get my camera up in here between these shocks from the back and maybe get maybe get a view of that plug and everything so you can see. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see that at all, but from back here I can kind of see in there. And you can see the piggyback plugs up in there. Has the Loctite on it, and then the smaller plug with the brake washer. And then, hold on, let me see here. And then what I'm going to do is just use these magnets that are supposed to be pretty strong to put right there on that small bolt. And like I said, I tried it out earlier and compared that bolt with these magnets on it compared to the stock bolt, and this one was definitely stronger. Hopefully you guys can see that, and that's it. It should be all fixed. I just need to fill the fluid back up, check it, and make sure there's no leaks or anything, drive it down the road and all that. So I'll test it out and do all that stuff before I post this video just to make sure it works. But if this video's up, then that means everything must have worked out. So that's it. There's the oil I drained out of it. probably could have, it might have still been good. I put that quart in yesterday when I had it all plugged up just to let it sit and run a minute. I didn't want to put it back in. Once I took the plug back out to put the Loctite on it, I just went and bought another new quart just to be on the safe side. It's only $10, so it's better than having anything go wrong with the transmission. Alright. Well, I'm going to start it up, make sure it doesn't make any funny noises or anything. Let it run for a minute, and then I'll check it here in a little while. Make sure there's no leaks or anything. Probably gonna be loud in here. I got the garage all locked up, closed up. Alright, well, there you go. Thanks for watching.